Incredible. Wow. I actually really, that's a lot of the people in the chat are saying like, wow, I really, really love this one you're playing right now. And I have to agree. I mean, they're all phenomenal, but
Thank you.
Wow, powerful. The lyrics, the way you guys all play off each other. And of course that ending, I almost feel like that's like the finale of the show. But ladies and gentlemen, please believe me when I say we have so much more planned for you this evening. So thank you all so much for being here. Again, I'm your host, Christian Ivanko. This is the 14th episode of our band show and the first show of 2024. Thank you guys so much for choosing to spend your Saturday night with us. We know that there's a lot of places you could be right now. So it really means a lot that you're here with us. Someone else who's here with us, the birthday boy himself. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to introduce my co-producer, the man switching the show, making it all happen for us behind the scenes tonight, Patrick W. Huber. Happy birthday and welcome to the show.
Birthday.
Man, that was a great introduction. Really do appreciate it, Christian and King in Yellow. All you guys have been great all day. Although I didn't tell the band that my birthday was this weekend, so not until the show just went live. So.
And the crew clapped for you too, Pat, except for Eric, because he would have dropped a camera, and he's such a professional that we know he clapped in spirit. So
I saw him clap with his eyes.
Exactly. The eyes can tell a lot. It was amazing. So Pat, it's your birthday. You're here again on your birthday 2 years in a row. Nice little tradition you're building for yourself.
Yeah, it just happened to be the perfect weekend to do this thing. My birthday is tomorrow, the January 14th. So basically midnight is when we start celebrating. So we should be, unless the band has a lot more songs than we plan on doing tonight, we should be done by then.
10-minute opus.
So you know what, Pat? Because I know my gift's still in the mail, you can wrap a few of the cables I was going to do. When we're tearing this thing down later, I'm okay with. I mean, I want you to have something on your birthday.
That was pretty good.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. So speaking of pretty good, Pat always comes in with some awesome questions. He sort of approaches this interview with a filmmaker's perspective, as well as a music fan, of course. You know, we're all making this show, but Pat, welcome. And birthday wishes aside, you normally come with some pretty great stuff. So what do you got for us tonight?
Well, the first thing I want to draw everyone's attention to is our projector that's going on in the background. I shouldn't say our projector. This is actually the brainchild of Kyle and the rest of King of Yellow. I'm just going to say, why don't you just start off and tell us what this, fascination with projections and how it ties into your shows, and just let us know, why is this such a crucial part of King and Yellow?
We used to play in a lot of basements, and it looks bad down there, and we wanted it to look good down there, and also we were poor, so you put those together, and it's just become a habit. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't feel comfortable without that thing behind me.
Yeah. I remember the first time we ever used projection, we played the show with our old band, and we did King Kong versus Godzilla.
Yeah.
It's sick.
I remember we were at my house.
It's awesome.
And I was just like, yo, God, because I was like, I'm going to use the projector. I was like, yo, you should, because I had the DVD. And then everyone loved it. They thought it was like the coolest thing ever, but
It pulls in a crowd so much better than four white dudes playing music can.
And it's just I don't know, sometimes awkward just being in like a bright room, and I know. Like a bright room and the lights are all on you. It's like, you get a chance to dim down the lights no matter where you're at,
The one thing I really appreciate about it is that sometimes bands rely on things like this. You guys really don't need to. Obviously, we know the songwriting is incredible and the performance is fantastic. It really just enhances the experience. And it's like, I know we're playing a random loop, but I got a pretty good view of it. And it's pretty uncanny how it kind of lines up with every song. Just adds a nice element.
Yeah. Your brain creates patterns. So whenever you're hearing something and watching something, you're gonna make a connection between the two.
Kyle, your brain creates lies.
Yeah, Kyle the science guy over here. Yeah.
Drama.
Yeah.
No, I think that is absolutely awesome. We're glad that you guys, the bands always normally contribute something to the production. And so it's great to have the projector going on.
Heck yeah.
We're just keeping with the Our Band Show tradition. Speaking of that, as is tradition on Our Band Show, we do like to go to our audience and pull a few questions and see what they have to say. So let me comb through here. I'll just read some comments while I find some of the questions. Someone says, yo, I love Interpol. Thank you, Molly. I figured you guys would find that one.
Thanks, Molly.
Garen, the King in Camo. All right.
Hey.
So,
You
King in
can
yellow
see
and
me?
the King in camo.
Just
Dave saying great interview, gentlemen. Well, Dave, thank you so much, and there's
you,
a lot
Dave.
more where that came
Thanks,
from.
Dave.
So we hope you'll continue to hang out with us here. We got our first question, guys. Dylan Kaplowitz. I
Hey.
hope I said that right. Says,
Shout out AOA.
and Dylan,
Yeah.
you're reading my mind here, and so I'm thrilled that we get to sort of merge our thoughts with the fans here, the amazing audience. Dylan wants to know Mount Rushmore of musical influences for each member, and you got to pick 4 bands. So let's just start with Kyle, and we'll work our way around the room. This is going to be a real fun one.
Oh man, Mount Rushmore. Definitely Velvet Underground is going to be on Mount Rushmore for me. Something about every album from them just draws me in. Brian Eno, from Here Comes the Warm Jets all the way up to like his film scores and his 80s work with Harold Budd and all that. What else do I got in there? My goodness gracious, this is hard. Whoa. I got 2. How many are on Mount Rushmore? 4?
Yeah, there's 4.
God dang.
You know, science, but not. You know, yeah.
Right now, my Mount Rushmore has had a lot of Fela Kuti and the Cramps. So I've been listening to those a lot lately. That's my like current Mount Rushmore. But yeah, I'll stick with those 4 for now. It might change. I'm sorry, Dylan.
No, those are great answers. Yeah, let's keep moving around the room.
Viagra Boys, probably. That's number 1 up on the hill.
Yep.
Modern Lovers, definitely. Probably the Cramps, also, definitely. And the Cure.
Yeah,
Cure.
that's Cure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say they're up there for sure.
I gotta switch out the Cure for one of mine.
You can't.
It's too late. You're
Yeah,
locked
it's already
in.
been chiseled, man.
He got the cure now.
I'm starting
Sorry.
another Mount Rushmore.
You can. I mean, maybe it needs an update, but I'm just saying it's already been chiseled. Now, Garen, what about you, dude?
Oh, first one, Selena, and
Gomez?
no, Selena, like the singer. She died. Yeah, that's what got me started. Bad Brains, Black Dahlia Murder, and Big L. Rest in peace. That's like, I don't know. Actually, that's pretty good. I don't know. Yeah,
Solid Mount
that's good.
Rushmore.
Very eclectic.
And
I like it.
AOA. Thanks, Dylan.
Nick, what about you?
I was actually going to put Big L and The Cure. I'm not gonna lie. Really was gonna do Big L. So Big L, The Cure, Joy Division, and Black Sabbath.
Oh,
that's definitely
Black
like-
Sabbath.
course. It's
Who doesn't love a little Sweet Leaf?
Yeah.
That's been his favorite
Yeah.
band since he was a child.
Yeah.
Oh,
Since
fantastic.
the
You know,
moment I
I
met him.
Obsessed.
I kind of can see some of the, inspiration there. I wouldn't say a direct correlation, but I can see that.
You
That's
should
what
hear some of the demos.
I would love to. I've already heard some, and they're absolutely brilliant. Pat, I want to keep the fun of this question going around. Do you have a Mount Rushmore? Let's hear it from the birthday boy himself. What would your Mount Rushmore of musical influences be?
Oh man, Christian, that's a really difficult one because, as you know, we've driven around in the car for a while. I just have it on a really big super mix, and I really just like anything that pops on. What's going on right now? I would say I'm listening to Future Islands a lot. So I would say I'm kind of chilling to that. Oh man, I got to think about the big influences. Let's say the Wu-Tang Clan. I think that I kind of got into hip hop in the 90s, and I think I listened to way too much of all of those guys. Ghostface Killah in particular. Let's see, what else can I do? What's on in my car all the time, Christian?
I hear a lot of Gregory, Alan Isakov.
I dig him as well. I'll say Kevin Morby.
You like
has
him.
been and
Andrew Bird, I would say.
Andrew Bird. Andrew Bird is definitely one of my favorites. So as you see, I can probably keep pulling names out of the hat, but it's of course all the bands that have been on the band show. I know that's a
there you
big
go.
Mount Rushmore, but we could put 14 little chiseled sculptures on that rock.
Wild.
I'll give you my 4 real quick, and then we have a ton more questions for King and Yellow as well. The first band I ever heard that made me want to pick up guitar was AC/DC. The minimalism and just the hard-hitting rock and roll completely spoke to me as a little 9-year-old.
America's favorite band.
There you go. From there,
Hey, AC/DC. I'm sorry. If you take AC/DC and you slow it down a lot, take all the riffs, you have a really good hardcore band.
yeah, Power Trip, right?
Yeah.
Or
Is
Backtrack.
that a thing? Oh man, you're calling it.
One of those guys. But from then I go to Green Day. You know, punk rock is the reason I'm not a good blues guitar player, but I don't care because I heard Green Day and everything changed. Of course, the Beatles as a singer. Paul McCartney is my all-time favorite singer. And last, I got to go with Led Zeppelin. I mean, once you dive into that discography, it just continues to give back. Let us know your Mount Rushmore. Amazing question, Dylan. Let us know your Mount Rushmore of bands in the chat. Maybe we'll read them off in the next segment of this episode. But before we move on, guys, we want to thank you all again so much for being here with us this evening. What a blast. I mean, 22 and watching strong. At one point, we spiked all the way up to a number that's just... can't even say it, it's so big. So we appreciate you guys being here with us. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with a friend. It'll cost you nothing, and not only will it help us, not only will it help King and Yellow, it'll help the amazing library of local bands that we've had on this show before them and we'll have on in the future. And speaking of supporting the bands, King and Yellow, where can they find you, keep up to date with you, and follow the journey?
They can find us online at Instagram, on TikTok, on all the streaming services at King and Yellow or King and Yellow Band if it's Instagram and TikTok. We don't do Twitter.
No.
You mean X?
Or X.
Yeah. Formerly known as Twitter.
Exhibit. But yeah, King and Yellow Band. We're up there. You'll find us.
Cool. Hit up Bandcamp, Spotify, all that stuff, right?
Yeah. There's also a really sick, like, doom metal band from Mexico called King and Yellow. I don't want to shout them out because they rule.
Yeah, no, they're,
Oh,
they're
check
not
it
us.
out.
though,
Check
yeah.
it out.
Not us, but they're great too.
Just listen to them instead.
We love that energy, though. We appreciate that, guys.
Absolutely.
That's nice. We're trying to build a larger community than just our neck of the woods here on our band show, and that's definitely a step in the right direction.
Yeah.
So, thank you, guys. And do you guys mind if we take one more question from the chat?
Yeah. many.
Okay, cool. So, Jackie Coney, I believe that's how you say that, wants to know who's the hunk in yellow?
Kyle. Not Mickey.
That's obviously Mickey.
Mickey's
It's
beautiful.
Mickey.
I don't
Is
know.
that me?
Who
Yeah.
is it?
Oh, like who is the hunk out here wearing yellow?
Yeah, out of you guys.
I don't know. That's kind of yellow. That's kind of yellow
It's
too.
the yellow. I mean, I think we're all wearing yellow.
I'm not wearing
skin
it.
I think
kinda
I think they're
yellow.
talking about Nick.
No.
Yeah, they're talking about Nick.
You're pretty hunky, man.
You are.
We have a question for the question asker.
Sure.
Can you specify who you're talking about?
Please do comment in the chat along with the sun emoji to show the band that you care. Pat, before we jump back into this next round of music, we have an amazing crew here working for us this weekend, contributing their artistic talent, their vision, their blood, sweat, and tears. And I don't know, I feel like the birthday boy should do the honors of just shouting everyone out.
Oh, really? Wow. This is a big honor and a surprise. We couldn't do this show without, of course, Eric Greenup. Steve is here. Montana. Who else has joined us? We have Dan Chester here. I'm going to cut over to the wide shot. If you guys could wave at the camera on the back, that would be great. Correct me. Your friend Jess was here taking
Jess
photos.
Stone, fantastic
Yeah,
photographer.
exactly. And many others. Like we definitely have had Mike Hernandez last night helping us out, and of course all the others that couldn't be here this weekend, but will probably be here in the future. Obviously. You might have known Tom or Kevin or any of the others. Kira Stack has shown up here. So we have so many volunteers, and the show could not be done without them. And we thank you all. And if I forgot you, hit me up in the comments, and we'll definitely thank you the next time we see you.
We'll iron that out for you guys. No, thank you guys so very much. We appreciate you more than you could know. With that said, if you guys want to keep up to date, visit www.ourbandshow.com. We are still rocking and rolling here. Do not go anywhere. We're only halfway through the show, if you can believe it. And we're about to hear my personal favorite song in this set list.
Hey.
So, King and Yellow, are you guys ready to play some more tunes for us this evening?
I'm ready. Are you ready, Nick?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
What's
Nick,
what's this next song called, Kyle? Why don't you tell us a quick snippet about what we're about to hear?
This one is a fairly newer one for us. It's called Hand and Fan, and it's based off of A Season in Hell by Arthur Rimbaud, and I want it to be more of like an existentialist work. As weird as that sounds, but yeah, it's really jammy. It's a fun time.
Very cool. I'm happy to present Hand in Fan by King and Yellow live on our band show. Gentlemen, take it away.